There's always snow somewhere. There's always snow somewhere.
Warning siren that says you must stay off the piste. Only powder. Okay?
When I was a child, I sometimes gazed up at big fluffy cumulus clouds and imagined how much fun it would be to bounce around amidst all that soft cotton. I imagined flying around between the beautiful ever-changing shapes like Peter Pan. Skiing in deep powder snow is the closest I have come in my life to replicate that childhood dream in reality.
Because the slope changed or because the amount of snow changed.
It's the greatest job in the world to share something that you love with others. I love to teach people how to ski in deep powder snow. It's the ultimate ski experience.
Your weight's back because the skis go faster. So you have to have your weight really forward here so that you can...
Ski bum tip number 37. On a powder day, you save time and money. When you get up in the morning and eat your breakfast at the little breakfast pension, you pack a few extra Zemmels. We're not going to miss the powder run all day. This is good. Ooh.
Hi, I'd like to tell you my story. I come from a family that has enjoyed skiing for well over 100 years. My mother and father were both from Europe, my father from Norway and my mom from Austria. My great uncle Paul Preuss started skiing and mountain climbing in the late 19th century. My own skiing story started when I was 2, Mom and Dad both teaching me how to ski. Then something changed my life. I finished university and decided to take a half year, or one winter really, to be a ski instructor in Austria before settling in to become a history teacher. And that winter was in Hinterglemm, Saalbach. Well, I liked it so much that I came back for another winter, and then another, and then another. And somewhere along the line I became what you'd call a chronic ski bum. I wasn't ski instructing anymore, I was singing and I was doing whatever I could to do as many ski days as I could.
About 20 years ago, I began supporting my skiing addiction as a ski journalist, writing and photographing skiing for magazines all over the world. After having skied in 48 countries, I compiled my experiences into a 440-page coffee table book called Skiing Around the World.
Some people say I'm a no-count, others say I'm no good, but I'm just a natural-born traveling man, doing what I think I should, oh boy, doing what I think I should. I don't give a damn about a greenback dollar. Spend it fast as I can for a wailing song.
I'm sitting right now on top of the world.
Understand, oh boy, the only thing that I understand.
Do you have any book about Noah's Ark?
My mama said, son, travel where you will and grow to be a man.
You don't know if there's some place in Moscow where I can go skiing? That's the mountain that we're heading for. It's called Rentin, which means reindeer. So we're gonna save some money on dinner tonight. This is a good ski bum meal.
Stand as fast as I can for a wailing song and a good guitar.
But sometimes, this time of year, in March or in October, so the footprints, yeti in 1 month.
Now that I'm a grown man, I travel here and there.
Tarina siitä, miten Jimmy ja minä tavattiin, on myöskin tarina siitä, että kuinka Jimmystä tuli hiihtojournalisti.
Kenenkään kanssa ei ole niin hyvä olla hiihtomatkalla kuin Jimmy.
Mutta sitten kun saavuttiin sinne Panamerikaanaan, niin sieltähän Jimmy löytyi.
Tässä on paikallisia ihmisiä tuommoinen parikymmentä ympärillä kuuntelemassa, kun Jimmyllä ollaan. Ja
Samalla matkalla Jimmy aloitti sitten tämän hiihtojournalistiuransa.
Baby boy.
Tästähän me tietysti Jimmy ei ole maksanut mitään, mutta aamies pöydässä ja pani taskuun. Niin.
Ystäväthän hyväksyvät ystävissä kaikki ihanat erikoispiirteet, vaikka niitä ei tarvitse itse tehdä. Täällä oli mukava omistaja. Oli aina antaa vähän niin kuin dogibagia.
Jimmy, ski bum and doggy bag.
Jimmy on onnenpoika ja kyllä tekee meistäkin onnellisia järjestäessään näitä reissuja.
And it was the start of a beautiful friendship.
The only thing that I understand. Yes.
I got another traveling song.
Good.
I grew up in a huge city, Los Angeles, and when I discovered Saalbach after a season, I learned something. I learned that I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond than a small fish in a big sea. In Los Angeles, you can live there your whole life and you can do your thing. My thing was playing some guitar and singing, but you stay anonymous. But you stay for a season in a little place like Saalbach and do your thing. And when you come back the next season, everybody knows you and they greet you with a happy "Servus, Jimmy" on the main street of town. And that's kind of thing that I like. That I like about the off-piste here, among other things, is that for most people it's not very clear where you're going to end up. In many ski resorts you see the tracks going off-piste and people can follow, but here they don't really know where to go because they're always down some backsides, and that keeps most of the skiers out of the off-piste. And there's more for me and my friends. Back in the early 70s, that was just free off-piste. There was no black run. But that's the cost of progress. They make pistes where it used to be off-piste. That means we have to find some new off-piste. The couloirs up here, Ari? I love this new stuff on the ground. Face shots. That's what it's all about. Why I love Saalbach is that you have very few, you don't really have that many good skiers, and most of the so-called ski bums are more drinking bums or after ski bums. It's a really great place for skiing off-piste, and when you have a little snow like right now, almost everything is meadow, so even when there's very little snow base, you can take 20 centimeters of snow and you can ski powder. You hit a few patches of grass and it's no problem. They glide about the same as powder.
like to get face shots a different way, but if I can't get them with real snow, this is a face shot. If global warming continues at the rate that it's going now, perhaps the only choice for a real skier or a real ski bum is this. Here at the Westgipfelhütte, they have a specialty which I haven't found any other place in Saalbach. It's called a heiße Witwe. For more than 10 years, I've been guiding Anssi-Vanjoki and Nokia employees and guests from all over the world. This week, I've organized an event for Nokia groups from the Baltic countries. That's powder. And when I say powder, I mean light powder. For many years, people have had the tradition of going for a drink after working, but it doesn't taste quite as good as a beer after skiing. Après-ski is a long-standing tradition, and nowhere do they do it better than in Austria. And in Austria, there's a few special places, and Saalbach is one that's very well known for après-ski. There's different kinds of après-ski. The Austrians have really made a big business out of it, you know, with dancing and rock and roll and all the Gemütlichkeit in getting people packed in like sardines and doing dancing in their ski boots. And that's cool, you know, if you want this rah, rah, rah atmosphere. Personally, I like to be in a hut somewhere on the mountain, still partly up the mountain as it gets dark, sitting with the guys or the girls that I was skiing with, and having a beer and a schnapps and talking about the fun we had that day. And then when you're finally ready to go down, it's dark, and maybe the piste machine has already prepared the piste into a beautiful corduroy carpet, and you get that first run of tomorrow, but you get it tonight. So here at the Hinterhag, as you can see, there's lots of skis on this rack, and there's another rack over there. This is the most dangerous place for having your skis stolen. Sometimes they're stolen by gangs, you know, who are working here this area systematically.
I remember where we put the transitions and
We have to see, I don't know, did you take insurance when you rented the skis? The people get so drunk that they come out and they don't recognize their skis, they don't remember where they put them, and they just take a pair of skis. So you should never leave your skis together here, and preferably not anywhere here where it's obvious in the front where people get confused. This is what's great about skiing nowadays. You know, it's such an international sport. You come to Saalbach in Austria, you meet girls from a little unknown ski resort of Narvik, where it so happens Ari and I are going to go in May to do some skiing. So now we already got, you're going to invite us for dinner, is that right, for Wales? So we're going to go in here to one of my favorite places in the world, the Spielberg House.
So come in, you guys. So this is one of my all-time favorite places, certainly favorite place in the area around Saalbach. This is the Schlosskammer.
Hello, Jimmy.
Hey!
Hi,
Matthias.
Jimmy. How are you doing?
Servus.
Nice to see you again. Hello. Servus. Alles klar, come in.
These are my friends.
So now, as a greeting, we go for, of course, a homemade schnapps. And this bottle is not so easy. You need a lot of berries. You need about 100 a liter of vogelberries to make 2 liter schnapps.
Oh, Jesus.
So we fired with wood, no gas. The style here is quite nice, and if you need always fresh air here, because also from the steam here you
get drunk.
And first we have to put the fruits in here, and then it cooks, and it goes over there, and on the first distillation they come here out. So first you smell, and then you look after the color, and then you see on the glass it's like this, as I already said, it's like oily because it's older, this schnapps, you know.
Right.
And then of course you cheers first, Prost, and then you drink. And so after the first distillation, we put it in here and make the same procedure, and then it's cold by water, and then the schnapps comes out.
One thing I think is interesting, Matthias, you know, in the Nordic countries, in Finland and Sweden and so on, when they drink schnapps, it's usually they drink it down like this. But in Austria with the schnapps, one really savors the taste, isn't that right? You roll it around on your tongue a little bit,
and we drink it in 3 times, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, that's the sound of the man walking on the chain. Gang. All day long my work is so hard, till the sun is going down. Working on the highways and byways and wearing a frown. You hear them moaning their lives away, then you hear somebody say,
That's enough. Anywhere else in the world where they don't really know about saunas, this is the best one they put together. Oh! It's one of my favorite saunas.
oh yeah! Okay. Automatic manual.
One of the things I think is so great about this sauna, I mean the sauna is unique, but you come to this relaxing room, and as you can hear if I kick my feet, the mattress is made of hay.
Yeah.
And you
It's so
smell
warm.
you smell it. You smell the hay. It's really easy to fall asleep here and miss the dinner. In fact, I think I'm gonna just put my head back.
Most skiers are fair weather skiers. That's understandable because you have to have some visibility to enjoy skiing. But if you know the mountain, you don't need too much visibility. And the lightest, deepest, and best powder can always be found while it's still snowing.
So one more time for the skiers. You can ski it either his technique or powder technique.
Hey, watch out, your weight's too far back.
Oh, we're going to analyze the snow. Well, it's very light because it's about between -10 and -15 today. Tastes pretty good. That's what we like.
Face up.
Snow sandwich. On the face, like you said.
That's powder. Another favorite snow of mine is what they call in German Vierenschnee, or corn snow, spring snow. We call it in the United States. Then there are snows that are not as good, but I like all kinds of snow. You have crud. You have breakable crust. You have wind-packed snow. You have slush.
Excellent.
The only kind of snow, it's not really snow, but the only kind of surface for skiing that I really don't like is ice. Ice I love to have with a gin and tonic and a little slice of lemon. That's where ice belongs.
Some people say I'm a no count, others say I'm no good, but I'm just a natural born traveling man, doing what I think I should, oh boy, doing what I think I should. And I don't give a damn about a greenback dollar.